network where mobile nodes are dynamic connected with a fixed infrastructure. The paper develops into routing protocols such as protective, reactive, and hybrid protocols, providing examples and features for each. In terms of performance and results, the paper explained the major use of values aspects such as packet delivery ratio, throughput, packet losses, latency, routing overhead, energy consumption, and jitter. The paper also mentioned AI drive systems, illustrating how AI aids in improving the security of managed through instruction detection, reaction speed, and fluid data management. The importance of AI is highlighted in the context. Now, introduction of managed mobile and network. Within the class of network where mobile device connect is forming a network without the need of for established infrastructure. The mobile network and a notable feature of managing the flexibility node. Node can join us leave the network at will without need for any fixed structure. And the mobile network mainly uses such as the military application, educational content, and essential network due to their infrastructure-led nature. The challenges of the mobile network, however, they also face challenges such as need to routing protocol to adapt the changes in network topology rapidly. These challenges include the asymmetric connection routing over a single interference and the inherent dynamic nature of the topologies. These are the classification of routing protocol. The routing protocol is a network. I explained the routing protocol. Routing protocol is a network protocol that assists the correctly forwarding data packets from one network to another. It guides router on how to forward data in the right direction so that it reaches in destination. There are three classifications of routing protocol. A protected routing protocol. Second is reactive, and third is hybrid. Protective approach is DSDV. Destination sequence distance vector approach that aim to ensure stable and loop-free routing in tracing managed. It uses sequence number to enhance the intensity and reliability of routing information. Each node must maintain up-to-date routing table which is refreshed in response to topology changes or critically rate. And second is reactive protocol. It depends ad hoc on demand distance vector and dynamic source routing. Ad hoc represents the reactive approach when router is stable only as needed. Each node maintains a routing table for next hop information. DSR is also a reactive protocol that identify routes on as needed basis without separate routing. Third is the hybrid routing. A hybrid routing protocol combines elements of both protective and reactive routing protocol. It maintains routing for the frequency use path of switches to reactive routing when a new path is needed. The approach of balance efficiency in mobile network. In example, zone routing protocol, which divide network into the zone for efficiency routing. In mobile network, routing protocol performance metrics are as follows. These are the comparative analysis of the routing protocol. And our next slide is performance metrics of routing protocol in managed. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Packet delivery ratio is assess how many packets reach the destination correctly. Second is the end-to-end delay. It indicates the time taken for the packet transmission. Third is routing overhead. It counts the extra control packets generated which are unnecessary for the network. Next is network throughput. It measures how quickly data is being sent. Packet loss rate. It indicates the percentage of packet being dropped. Clarity. It expresses how well the network perform as its size increase. Energy efficiency, it measures the amount of energy used. Okay, this is the analysis of performance metrics, and we discuss about the role of artificial intelligence in management. The performing network activities such as packet transmission and implement routing protocol are essentially for security. Through the uses of AI, we become capable to identify and predicting cyber threats. Many due to their inherent appearance are an advantage volatility like wormhole, black hole, and gray hole attacks. AI security system can be used in the regret, providing contribution to network administration without human supervision. This system works to reduce mistake rate and help improve the adaptability and reliability continuously in manage data packet passed through several intermediate nodes to reach their destination, making it vital to maintain the computer architecture for the node communication. Managed security to prevent the manipulator and unreliable parties from forwarding patches. Scholar work have proposed various methodologies for the purpose. The development of AI-powered security system can be helpful in addressing the challenges and making managed versatile and secure. Now, understanding and manage routing protocols such as AOD reactive protocol and DSP protective protocol is key to improving the communication in dynamic network to hybrid protocols. GRT combine both approaches effectively. The ability of this protocol rely on metrics such as packet delivery ratios, throughput, and energy efficiency integration AI into managed security significantly enhance network security and performance improves in instruction detection and threat response. These are the reasons. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. Now I would like to call Dr. Keshav Mishra and Dr. Robin Tiwari, sir, for their paper presentation on the title Channel Prediction and Estimation Based on Machine and Deep Learning Techniques, a review.
Okay. Audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So, a very good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Dr. Robin Tiwari. Paper title is a Channel Prediction and Estimation Based on Machine and Deep Learning Techniques. So, as we know that the wireless communication technology is upgrading day by day. We start it with the first generation communication, then we switch into the second, then switch into third, fourth, and coming we are using the fifth generation communication. So as the communication is switching into the higher technologies, then there are some certain parameters which we have to work in the terms of the research. So like in the 5G communication, we are using the lot of the number of antennas in the transmitter and the receiver side. And as we already know that the number of the customers is also increasing as the communication technologies is increasing. Like in the 3G communication, there are less customer. In the 4G, some more customers added. In the 5G, and the lot of the more customers and the other application is also added. So one of the key point is a channel prediction. So how basically what is the channel prediction? So channel prediction is predicting the channel. The communication is happened when any of the client, any of the devices initiate the request. So that request is completed by which of the channel it is predicting, or it is identified there are the some number of the methodologies. So in this particular work we are focusing on the channel prediction. Now if you talk about the machine learning and the deep learning, so as we know that the machine and the deep learning technologies are upgrading day by day. There are a lot of the application which is come now under the machine and the deep learning. So as we talk about the wireless communication parameters, so in the channel prediction, we can also use the machine or the deep learning methodology for the channel prediction. Previously, there are some of the conventional method that are using in the channel prediction, like the water filling method, PSO method, neural network method, genetic algorithm. There are so many of the algorithm, but there are some limitations. There are some disadvantages also with that conventional method. So in the machine and deep learning, because of this is the latest technology, it is come under the artificial intelligence. So there are many of the advantages for the any type of the predictions, especially channel prediction, also in the wireless communication. Now if we talk about the challenges, so there are some certain challenges in the existing work related to this topic. So in the existing work, there are less number of the transmitter and the receiver node, transmitter and the receiver antennas also, because in the fourth generation communication there are less number of the antenna, but in the fifth generation communication there are large number of the antenna, large number in terms of the count. Another is the signal to noise ratio. So signal to noise ratio is one of the good parameter by which we calculate the quality of the signals. Then less channel capacity with the SNR. So the channel capacity is less in the existing work and low throughput during the transmission. Throughput in terms of the data speed. Like already we know that the data speed in 3G is less than data speed is 4G is less compared to the 5G. Now we are getting the more data speed in the fifth generation communication. Now the objective. So basically the objective of this work is to make the simulation scenario in the 5G channel estimation using the MATLAB software. Basically we will use the MATLAB software for perform of this work. And basically we have to assign some basic configurations like the modulation scheme, carrier, number of the antennas, etc. configuration. Then we have to use the artificial neural network for the prediction of the channel, and also we will use the support detection method also. And next we will check some performance parameter and compare with the one existing work. Now this is some basic overview of the flow in terms of the workflow chart. We start with the simulation scenario. In the simulation scenario, we assign the number of carrier, number of subcarrier, number of the modulation scheme, at the initial the SNR value, and some other configuration. Then we apply the channel prediction using the artificial neural network. So in this case, we have to take one of the data set, and that data the 70 to 80% of the data set will be trained by using the ANN, and the rest 20 to 30% data set will be used as a test data using this particular method. Now we estimate the channel using the ANN by using some standard formulas, and finally we calculate all the parameters in terms of the capacity, SNR, BER, etc. And if there are errors, then we again check from the starting phase. So now the methodology. So it's just a detailed explanation of the flow chart. In the starting, we have already discussed we will use taking some the configuration in the simulation scenario. Then we apply the artificial neural network. So artificial neural network basically the type of the deep learning method, and it works based on the neurons. Like the neurons working in the human brains, the similarly way the artificial neural network will find the node values where we apply the data set. Another is a conventional technique, that is a support detection method. So support detection method is one of the conventional technique which is already applied in the previous work. So now the simulation scenario. We already discussed about the simulation scenario. Then configuration initialization. We already discussed the configuration initialization. Then the artificial neural network. So the next step that is already discussed in the artificial neural network. Then the performance measurement. So performance measurement, basically we will calculate the MSE, mean squared error, and the bit error ratio. Apart of this, some more parameters can be calculated like the capacity, the Q factor, and other. This is one of the.
So
Yes.
try to conclude your presentation in next 1 minute.
Okay. Okay, so this is just the simulation parameter which we will take in our research work, like number of the antennas, subcarriers, etc. So overall, at the conclusion, if we use the artificial intelligence based method, machine learning or deep learning method in the channel protection and the wireless communication scenarios, then definitely we will get the best result as compared to the other conventional techniques. So this is our conclusion. Now this is the references taken from some standard journal IEEE SA papers. More references. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Now, next I would like to call Dr. Monica Kapoor and her team for the paper presentation on the title Comparison between Reed-Solomon and BCH code with various modulation schemes over coding gain and coding rate. Dr. Monica, ma'am. Next, I would like to call Dwaj Sharma and Dr. Bhupesh Gaur for their paper presentation.
Am I audible now? Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
And is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Amazing. So, a very good afternoon to the esteemed gathering present here. I am Dhwaj Sharma from Lakshmi Narayan College of Technology. And today I'll be giving my paper presentation titled Implementation of K-means clustering algorithm with technical indicators to identify profitable stocks. As we all know that since the long lockdown period of COVID-19, a lot of new traders started trading in the stock market, especially the intraday trading got a boom. And when entering the stock market, it doesn't guarantee that you will be profitable in the stock market. You can face a lot of loss as well. And when you enter the stock market, people usually try to get the insights using the technical indicators. But again, because most of the people are using technical indicators, hence it doesn't give you an upper hand over others. Hence, we thought that we'll be using machine learning so that we can get some more insights and better chance of being profitable in the stock market. We did some research and finally thought that because already most of the people are using technical indicators, so we will be using technical indicators, and with that we will be using machine learning, not only machine learning. And finally we decided that we'll be using k-means clustering algorithm in the machine learning. To be precise, it is a unsupervised learning algorithm, and the methodology that we followed was that we selected 5 companies basically, which are listed in the Nifty 50 index of National Stock Exchange of India. We gathered the past decade data of these companies, and obviously we got the raw data from the NSE website. So we undertook the data for the pre-processing. Basically, it ensures the quality of the data. Then we calculated some of the technical indicators which we were going to use. For example, moving average, exponential moving average, RSI value, MACD. So we calculated this, and then we used this data, the pre-processed data, and we used this data and gave it to the k-means clustering algorithm. Now, obviously, we'll go into the result as well. But before that, let me explain what k-means clustering does. So basically, k-means clustering is an algorithm which takes raw data, unlabeled data, and then it divides that data into clusters. Now, these clusters, the number of clusters is something that you can decide, but basically it distincts the data from the others. And the cluster that obviously like in the photo here you can see that it has 3 clusters. So all those data within the cluster will be kind of similar, maybe not exactly same, but they are quite similar. Now the results that we got, basically as I told, that the number of clusters is something that you can decide. So we decided that we will be making 3 clusters, cluster C1, C2 and C3. C1 will be a cluster which will be having the companies that showed kind of negative trend in the past decade, that is past 10 years. Then there was cluster C2, which uh, which had the companies which were showing neither a positive nor a negative trend in the past 10 years. Basically, they were neutral. And then cluster C3, for which the whole research paper is, that the companies which showed a positive trend in the stock market in past 10 years. So the 5 companies that we used were HDFC Bank, Asian Paints Limited, Maruti Suzuki India Limited, Hindustan Unilever and NTPC. So NTPC was the company which lied under cluster C3. Hence, it showed the downturn in the past 10 years. It was not profitable. It was kind of negative. The trend was kind of negative. Then there was Hindustan Unilever, which was neutral in the past decade. Hence, lied under cluster C2. And then finally, there were three companies, which were HDFC Bank, Asian Paints Limited, Maruti Suzuki India Limited. These three companies lied under cluster C3 and hence were showing positive trend. Now to verify the results that we got, we used back testing to confirm that were the results that we got were correct or not, and they were quite correct. So basically the clustering that we did, the clustering analysis, provide valuable insights into the trend and pattern. By categorizing these patterns into distinct clusters, we gained insights into prevailing market sentiments and investor behaviors. The findings of our study can assist investors in making informed decisions regarding their investment strategies, hence anticipating market movements and portfolio management. The integration of technical analysis with machine learning methodologies enhances investment decision-making process. By leveraging computational tools and quantitative model, investors can gain deeper insights into market dynamics. Our study successfully utilized technical indicators, and with that, we used k-means clustering algorithm, which is a machine learning algorithm, to analyze the stock prices to identify which stocks are profitable. Companies were classified, as I told, into three clusters: positive, negative, and neutral. This research contributes to the field of stock market analysis by providing valuable insights. The integrated approach of combining technical analysis with machine learning methodology offer a robust framework for identifying promising investment opportunities. Future research could explore additional technical indicators. Obviously, this is not it. So the algorithm that we was k-means clustering, but a part of this, you can alter the algorithm, and if you want to maybe increase the number of clusters, decrease the number of clusters, that can be done. And according to you, you can find what is best for you. The integration of technical analysis, machine learning, clustering algorithm offer a comprehensive approach for navigating the complexities of stock market and achieving superior financial outcomes. Now, obviously, what we did doesn't just confirms or guarantees that you will be profitable in the stock market, but it definitely increases the chances that you will be profitable. So that was it from my side. This was the presentation, and thank you for being the part of the presentation that I just gave.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Now, I would like
Thank
to
you.
inform all the participants that we are ending this meeting over here, and we will continue with the rest of the presentation after half an hour. So please join the link after half an hour, and now you can leave.
Excuse me?
So you have to join the link after half an hour, and the rest of the presentations will continue after that.
Okay, sure.
Okay.